Hello! Hello, my name is Beartrix LeStrange, and, a friend requested this for me. I first looked at it and I was like, should I not play it? And he popped up with it and was like, hey, I think you might like this. And I said, screw it, I'll get it. This is Time Stone. If I understand right, you're like this girl and you're like an apprentice or something. That's as far as I know. I think you're a girl. I don't know, let's just start off with this. Professor? Professor, I'm here for my potions lesson? Professor! Don't worry, I'll untie you. By the gods, what happened to you? Ellie, I've no time to explain. You must get out of here before he comes back. Before who comes back? It's too late, Slam. Ha 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 ha. Who are you? What have you done to the professor? I am the evil warlock Gagawalt. And as for your precious professor, he has something I want. And since he was unwilling to give it to me, I will have to take it from him by force. I'll never tell you where it is. Oh, but I think you will. In fact, I bet my fully equipped torture dungeon on it. I might even teleport you there right now to show you just how persuasive I can be. The professor! What are you going to do to him, you monster? Oh, don't worry. I'm just going to torture him within an inch of his life. Until he reveals to me the location of the Time Stone. Time Stone? Never mind about that. You'll be too busy starving to death in this shack your professor calls a home. And just how do you plan on keeping me here? Let's just see you try and go anywhere with an unbreakable hex lock on the door. Oh no. Ha 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 ha. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an old fool to torture information from. I wonder what I could use first. The scalding hot lotions, or the nipple clamps. Ugh. Ha 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 ha. By the gods, the professor. That evil monster. I've got to find a way out of here. Alright, we got a bookcase. There's nothing on here I'd want to carry around with me. What is this? It's full of the professor's books and wizardly stuff. Okay, I gotta fix something really quick. Never mind. Tapestry. It's covered in weird symbols from some ancient language. Can we do anything to it? Nope. Nothing hidden behind. Alright. Potions. These are the professor's various potions made during his experiments. Let's see what we have here. Hex remover. A walk through walls potion. And a teleportation serum. It's a shame they're all empty. Fuck! Some of those would work. Ooh, a shopping list. Looks like the professor's due to get some supplies. Professor's shopping list. What's on here? Let's take a look. Milk, bacon, eggs, beef, glue. Glue? Why? What's in the fridge? The professor keeps all kind of potion ingredients in that fridge. It's in the fridge. All the professor keeps his fridge are sandwich ingredients and sweet rolls. They're not going to help me right now. Bugger. Ooh, a fork. Looks like the professor forgot to clean up after his meal. Take the fork. Favorite mug. You seem to see a lot of these blue cups around. Take the mug. There's mold growing inside. I don't really want to touch it if I can help it. Take the mold. Okay. pipes. These are the pipes from the professor's drainage experiments. Why? All he succeeded in was creating a constant leak in his roof. Even though it hasn't rained for over a week. Well, at least he has a drain. Crystal ball. It's the professor's crystal ball. He uses it to communicate to other crystal ball owners around the world. Soon say that there'll be one in every home, I guess. That's Professor's cauldron where he mixes his potions. Wonder if we can use it. Highly doubt it. It's empty. Alright, anything... Ooh, candlestick. Looks like the professor's been using this candlestick a fair bit recently. Nothing else in the bookcase. Can you take the candlestick? I think I'll just leave it where it is. Bugger. Windows. Professor's high windows. He says that he put the windows up high when he built this place, so that no one could peek in at him during his experiments. They're too high, I can't reach them. You can totally reach them, come on. You gotta lift up your hands. It's a unicorn with a huge horn on its head. I think this was a gift from someone the professor went to the Unheard University of Wizardry with. Unheard. Wait. Oh, wait, that's a different thing. Never mind. Thinking of something else. Ignore me. Take the unicorn head. I can't reach it. Lantern. These lanterns use a special kind of glowstone, which is mined in the Dwarven Mountains. Take it to find where it is. Hex. More pipes. That puddle's been there since the professor tried his drainage system experiment. I think he said the results were inconclusive. Take the puddle. The professor's drainage system experiment gone wrong. What a mess. Ooh, blanket. I've always wondered what the professor keeps underneath that blanket. So take it off. So I guess now is as good as time as any to find out. A dragon. A baby dragon. Baby dragon, and it talks. Of course I talk. Know any dragons that don't? Well, no, but there you are then. And no, I'm no baby dragon. I'm 200 years old and at my adult physical peak. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Never mind that. Are you going to make me a sandwich? Oh god. No. Well, if you're not going to make me a sandwich, then what are you doing here? Ellie, the professor's apprentice. Professor has been kidnapped by an evil warlock. I'm going to see if I can find a way out of here. Your master has been kidnapped. Sorry to tell you this. Professor has been kidnapped by an evil warlock named Garglewort, who has also placed an unbreakable hex lock on the door so I can't get it open. We're stuck here. That is a tough spot. Well, I guess we better get comfortable then. Want to make me a sandwich? No, I want to try and find a way out of here. Well, good luck with that one. Let me know how that turns out. Don't you have any ideas at all how to escape? Who is Garglewort? I don't know how to say it correctly. Have you ever hear of a time stone? Enough about Garglewort. Do you have any ideas on how to leave this place? Let me think for a minute. No. Can't think of anything. Who is this warlock or wizard or whatever? He's some warlock who lives in some sort of sordid dungeon tower over in the mountains. Not much is known about him except that his name is Garglewort and he's hell-bent taking over the realm. There's also rumors that he's into S&M. S&M? What the heck is S&M? Whatever. What's this time stone thingamajigger? Just after Gogglebort kidnapped the professor, he mentioned he was looking for a time stone. Any idea what it is? No, but if I had to guess, I'd say it was some sort of stone that had something to do with time. Thanks. Don't mention it. Any idea where the professor might keep it? Look, he keeps me under this stupid blanket most of the time, so how would I know? Great description of a time stone. Hate you. Enough about Garglewort. I'm Ellie. Name is Ellie. I'm the professor's apprentice. Oh, you're that lady that smells of honey when she visits. Honey? Yes, I've never seen you in person, so I just imagine what you look like based on your smell. Right. But you don't look anything like a honey-glazed sweet roll. Okay, who are you? I'm the professor's pet dragon. Nice. What's your name? My name? My name is Dragon. Well, that's the name I tend to go by. My parents' intent was to name me after something they loved. Oh god. But unfortunately, I don't really care for the name they gave me. Which is... what name did they give you? Donuts. Donuts the Dragon. Yep. But as I say, I don't really care for it. I'm much more of a sweet roll kind of dragon. Oh god. Oh, I'm liking this game. Thought all dragons were extinct. Most of them are. Mainly due to being killed by knights. Yeah, that's what you get for burning down villages, I suppose. Makes it difficult for people to warm up to you. Or, warm up, no pun intended. Sure. Anyway, it was mainly the bigger dragons that got slayed. Smaller dragons like me were left alone, as we were seen more as vermin, like pigeons, as opposed to a threat that needed killing. Okay. How'd you get here? You want to know my story? Well, after I left my parents' nest, I made a home around the back of a bakery in a nearby village. I left it there. At the end of every day, the baker would throw out any uneaten foods that he had made during that day. Yep, free food. It was heaven. Yep, sweet rolls, donuts, cream cakes, jam tarts, gingerbread men, yum-yums. You name it, the baker will have thrown it out and I would have eaten it. Yeah. I thought that I would spend the rest of my life there getting fat on these wonderful foods every night. That would explain why you're so fat. Unfortunately, the village was destroyed in a fire and the bakery along with it. Bugger. Ironically, it was a dragon that started the fire and I was left homeless. Now, with me being so fat, I couldn't travel very far, so I crawled into the first hole I could find and made that my new home. I was here. Sadly, I had no hunting skills and my diet consisted of leaves and worms. When the professor found me, I was almost starving to death. He nursed me back to health and made me a deal that I simply could not refuse. What was the deal? He promised me that in exchange for staying with him and helping him with his experiments, that he would give me a sandwich whenever I wanted. Oh god. I simply could not say no to an offer like that. God. What'd you help him with? He mainly uses me to light his cigars, but I have other uses too. Like, what? Well, sometimes uses my dung as ingredients for his potions. Yeah? Gross. One time he got his potion mixed up with his vindaloo. Now that was gross. But also hilarious. Me knowing about dragon's dung being one of the best magical uses is not surprising, but mixing your can for no. Back to the professor. Why does he keep you under a blanket? Cause I'm a fire hazard. Plus he says I'm super annoying, yeah? Why does the professor keep you locked in a cage? Well, I am a wild animal after all. And if you bring a wild animal into your home, then you're gonna have to expect some wild habits to come with them. Makes sense. Like what? I kept pooping on the floor, so he stuck me in this cage and put some newspaper down. I don't see any newspaper. It must get cramped in there. Nah, I don't like to move too much. Gee, I wonder why. Plus I get to enjoy reading the comics every Sunday. We kinda knew about this one, that he could breathe fire, but we gotta ask it anyways. Of course! I'm a dragon! It's great for barbecuing meat. Yeah. Okay. Back to the professor. God, that's cold. Don't do that. I'm gonna see if I can find a way out of here. And save the professor! Well, good luck with that. Let me know if you decide to make that sandwich. Alright. At least now I know what the professor was keeping hidden under that blanket. She has to play with the ball now. Oh god, he was protecting you from my deadly fire breath. Okay, sure. Don't get distracted. That's not even my cat. Okay. Take the blanket. I don't need it. What is this? God! Electro wand. Looks like a strange electric wand. Oh, take it. What is this? Oh, that. That's just the professor's magic wand. I didn't know the professor had a magic wand. Well, the only magic it does is electrocuting me. The professor uses it to prod me when I'm acting too annoying. Well, it might come in handy. Nice. Cupboard. Wonder what the professor keeps in there. Well, look at it. Locked. It's jammed. Yeah, there's a knack to opening that cupboard. The professor usually uses a utensil to pry the door open. Great. Hang on a moment. World map. That's good. There it is. The whole world mapped out and placed within a frame. From the Unheard University to the south, all the way up to the Dwarven Mountains in the north. To think I've only seen a tiny speck of this map. Maybe one day I'll see more. But for now I need to get out of here and rescue the professor. Silly cat. Professor's bed. I don't know when the professor last cleaned his bedding, but there's at least a good year's worth of dead skin and dandruff on his bed. Oh, gross. Take it? Can't sleep at a time like this. No, take the bed. Take the map. The map isn't going to help me right now. I need to go kill a cat. Alright, hopefully no more interruptions. Certificates. Professor's diploma from the Unheard University of Wizardry. Also his bronze swimming certificate. Take it. Professor would go mad if I touched his certificates. Well, you just tore down the blanket, so... Alright. Maybe if I go over here, I'll find something. Maybe there's something on the way. No, I don't think so. Maybe if I electrocute the water. Electrocute the water. Cool. Electrocute the crystal ball. Let's see if we can zap some power into this. Ooh. It worked. Crystal ball has power now. Great. Professor only has one number in his speed dial. I'll see if I can contact them. Oh, it's like a telephone. Hello? What? You know? Is it? Professor has been kidnapped. Thank goodness you answered. The professor has been kidnapped by an evil warlock named Garglewort. And then he locks me in here with an unbreakable hex spell. I will murder a cat. I need help. Oh my, well that's, you know, terrible. I do hope that the professor is all, you know, right. I'm gonna murder a cat. You seem actually very uninterested that he is gone. How do you get rid of this hex? You know a way that I could get rid of the unbreakable hex? Well, as you said yourself, the hex is, you know, unbreakable. Which means that it's going to be very unlikely that you will be able to, you know, break it. Can you help me get out of here? Well, I would, but I'm, you know, all the way across the other side of the world. By the time I left to see if I could rescue you, be, you know, weeks before I could reach you. And by that time, you'd probably be, you know, dead. This is gonna be fun. Do you know about the guy who kidnapped my master? Unfortunately, I, you know, do. He was once a fellow student of mine at the university. One day he got into a, you know, argument with a fellow student. It ended in Garglewort showing my magical staff up at the student's, you know, bum. I moved to have him expelled, and then he's been on the warpath ever since. I am okay. I'm going to kill a cat. She will murder, it will be very bloody, and I may only have one cat left. Okay. Had to wash off some of the blood, but I'll be good. Let's talk about something else. Who are you? My name is Professor... You know. I'm the professor's oldest and dearest friend. We met at the unheard University of, you know, Wizardry. What kind of a name is... Oh, this is getting ridiculous. Ever heard of a time stone, good sir, you know? Time stone? Garglewort mentioned it before he kidnapped the professor. Oh dear, this is not, you know, good. In fact, this very, you know, bad. You mean the professor does have one? A time stone? Yes. What is one? A time stone is a dimensional matter of rock, which is a concentrated version of, time and space. It's extremely rare and only a handful of people can claim to, you know, have ever held a piece of it or even seen it. They say that time stones were formed when time began as the world came into existence. Some say that our world is formed from the, future or past. And that the time stones traveled with the world through time when it arrived in the present. But nobody, knows for sure. What does it do? Why would Gargawort want one? Some say that a time stone has the power to allow you to travel through, time. It's quite possible that Gargawort plans to use the time stone to travel through time. Possibly taking knowledge he has from the present to give him a, advantage over people in the past. You must find the time stone and ensure that Gargawort never gets his, hands on it. Getting sick and tired of my cat. Why does the professor have one? It's a secret assignment from the, Unheard University of Wizardry. He was tasked with locating a time stone and discovering its secrets. He figured out that there was a small amount of time stone in this, area. That's why he built his house here. Luckily, he found some of the element and has been experimenting with it. But so far, all he's told me is that, he hasn't had much luck with it. Oh. Okay. Enough about it. Let's talk about something else. We talk about... Okay, we talked about that. We definitely talked about the time stone. I think that's all that we can talk about. Good, bye.